If you want to grow up big and strong, then buy my Mammal Udder Juice products. They won't actually make you big and strong, but we've been literally saying they'll make your bones stronger for years, and no one's questioned it. Yes, in its runny liquid form, this liquid cow teat spray pairs perfectly with everything from your high fructose flakes of corn to your sugary discs of fat, or just by itself. So fresh you can still taste the animal milk sack that we squeezed this out of. Yes, this nutrient-rich ooze was meant for another mammal, but we'll tell you it's good for you by showing you that one athlete you like so much and put a glue that looks like milk on her upper lip. Right, athlete?
Do you have this product?
Oh, what a slogan! And all those sugary treats wouldn't taste good without my solidified udder fat. That's right. Most baked items, fried items, or generally cooked items use slabs of the fattiest part of the cow goo. Or sometimes you spread it on top of the baked things once they're done. Either way, we make sure that you're always eating it. Or you can have our aged cow titty goop. Depending on how long we let it get moldy changes what kind of fancy block of solid pus it becomes. And if we can't sell enough of it, we'll sneak the excess into your food without you knowing it. In fact, we made it possible for us to sneak it into a ton of food with some fancy politics. How do you think pizza companies made their crust taste better? It's all thanks to us. That's right. Even if you don't think you're buying my goo, you're buying my goo. But you're probably willingly buying my animal squishy glom because we crammed our udder goo agenda into your food pyramid or plate or whatever nonsense picture you subscribe to tell you how to eat healthy. So you now think that you need this in your diet. Once we've brainwashed you to add my gloopy animal squirts into your diet, we've got you for good. Because these solidified cow nipple drops are physically addictive. That's right. When we mold our cow breast milk into these solid blocks of melty mush, it creates casomorphins, which is an opiate more addictive than morphine, which is good for us, because if you really knew how we treat the cows whose udder drops we steal, you wouldn't buy it. It's horrifying and unhygienic and full of hormones and drugs and literal pus and animal abuse. Or maybe you do know all this, but you're too addicted to my solidified blocks of fresh-squeezed mammal to care. If it makes you feel better to pretend that the milk tastes better when the cows are happier, we'll show you a bunch of cows in the field. But that's unrelated to our actual process. So drink and eat my creamy goo that shot out of a larger animal's stomach. 'Cause look, it melts, which is somehow an appealing thing for eating. That's right, numb it up. I'm Roger, by the way, but you can call me the milkman.
Let's get this shit started.
Hello? Who is this?
Hit me.
Wait, you actually remembered my number?
Baby, I'm wasted. How could I get your number right? How could I get your number right? Right, I just wanna taste it. Let me sip inside. You know I'm in the 305 all night.
What up, though? iHeartMiko Podcast, episode 120. Today is June 4th, 2018. Happy birthday to my cousin Dolores. I remembered, bitch. I remembered. Thank you all for joining me today once again. Shout out to everybody that listened to both podcasts last week. Yes, I did 2 last week, 2. Because I was in good spirits, and plus it's the playoffs, and I missed so much. Like, even I did an episode last, I think, Thursday, and here it is Sunday. Well, technically Monday now. And I just feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever. 2 whole games have happened, more shenanigans in hip hop. Whole bunch of shit has been going on since then. But I do appreciate the numbers, y'all listening. And I also appreciate you guys that are checking into my YouTube channel. It's iHeartMiko Podcast on YouTube. Please subscribe. Show a bitch that you fuck with her. I know that I put the audio and the video out on 2 different days. Some people wait for the audio, which I'm not mad at. And some people listen to the audio and the video, which I'm very, very happy about. So make sure that you guys are subscribing not only to the audio, but the video on YouTube. Just keep spreading the word and letting people know that y'all fuck with me. What else? Shout out my editor, Edward. I don't want to say his full name, but I have an editor who has been doing these videos on YouTube, and he's amazing. He's doing a really good job. And we are slowly, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we're slowly progressing the podcast, adding more content, more visuals, more funny, more just me. You know, just trying to make this like a show, and eventually, hopefully, it will be just on YouTube. I don't have to put out an audio and then a video. I just want to put it out on YouTube, and so you guys can just see it as well, because I think that's kind of the best part of it. But next week I will be live from Los Angeles. I'm leaving this week for LA for this entire summer. Team Grimy spends our summers in LA, and Aiden's last day of school is Thursday. So we'll be headed out next week. And so I'll be broadcasting live. I do not have a studio in my house in LA, but I'm going to make one, just like I didn't have one here. This is my formal dining room, but I will be making a studio in Los Angeles, and probably in one of my guest bedrooms or something. So the visual will look a little bit different, but it'll be the same old ratchet bitch on the mic, same Miko. But I will try my best to get more in studio guests, because I know way more people in LA. And so especially basketball. Excuse me, I just burped, drinking a tropical smoothie. But hopefully more people in studio. I will have 4 mics, so I'll be able to have like a larger group even. So hopefully we'll have some fun this summer. Coming to you guys from LA. I'm gonna try to get some Drew League interviews and some Drew League stuff going on, because I think Baby Daddy is going to play in the Drew League if I can get him on a team. So hopefully all that's happening. Today, I got some pushback from the Me Too people or whatever. I'm going to discuss a little bit more of my opinion, and so that people can kind of understand where I'm coming from, because I feel like people are so stupid and they don't comprehend. So I have to keep reiterating my point, kind of like how the NFL players have to keep saying, it's not about the flag, it's not about the military. Motherfuckers think that I'm saying everybody has no reason to say Me Too. There are some women that can say Me Too, but a lot of y'all is catfish, and I'm not rolling. I'm not fucking with y'all. Today I caught some heat on Instagram about booty play. I'll explain that too. And then I'm catching a little bit of hell about not taking this Pusha-T and Drake beef seriously, because I'm just not really like a hip hop person, I guess. So I have a guest who will discuss all these things and more. Oh, the reason that you got that intro is because today is National Cheese Day. And so I just wanted to hate on you guys for a little bit that are still eating dairy, especially you women who are online buying waist trainers and pills and teas, trying to lose your stomach and your fat. And all you have to do is stop eating dairy. If you stop eating dairy, you'll lose your fupa. You lose a lot of that fucking cellulite. A lot of that shit's going to go away if you just stop eating dairy. But you guys don't care. You don't want to look good if you keep eating that shit. You like how you look. And that's cool with you. And you're also like that you're probably going to die before you're 60 years old. That's just kind of how it's going right now. Dairy products have become the #1 dietary form of cancer. Let me break that down. Dietary cancer. There are different ways you can get cancer. You can get them from smoking cigarettes. You can get them from the air, this fucked up polluted air that we have. You can get cancer from food. And people don't realize this, but the #1 way to get it through food is dairy. It is the #1 way to get cancer is food, and it's dairy products. That includes eggs. Okay. People don't realize that eggs are in that category. And I can't understand, like I was an avid egg eater. Like I fucking ate eggs a lot. I like them fucking runny. I used to sop my toast in the runny yolk and shit. Like my nigga, so fire. But when I thought about what eggs were, and I said to myself, you're eating a chicken's period. That's what eggs are. It's actually like every woman knows this. We have an egg that drops every month from one tube or the other, the left or the right. They usually alternate unless you have some issues. Imagine that egg that you drop, putting it in a skillet with some butter, scrambling it, making an omelet over easy sunny side up, and eating it. That's essentially what you're eating when you eat eggs. And mayonnaise. I was just having to talk with my homie about mayonnaise. He was talking shit to me because I eat vegan mayonnaise. And I was like, well, I just don't want to scramble up, whip up an a chicken's period and smear it on my burger. Like, why do we have to do that when there's plenty of vegan mayonnaise where there's no egg involved? Like, we don't have to eat dairy products. It's not necessary. And for those of you that think, oh, I don't even eat that much dairy, I guarantee you, if you read the labels of everything that you're eating a lot of dairy. They have found a way to put it in everything. And if you're not specific and clear that you don't want dairy in something, or you don't read labels, then you're going to continue to eat it. And, good luck. All I'm saying. And I know everyone says like, oh, we're all going to die. Yes, we're all going to die, but I don't want to die hurting. I don't want to die like on some table with all these tubes, needles everywhere. And I'm like, and my son's watching me die like this. And then I didn't get to see my grandchildren because he was a responsible adult, didn't have kids until he, was much older and ready for it. Like, don't you want to live long enough to see your grandchildren, like play with them, see what kind of life they might have? The reason that people are dying so fast is honestly, I think it's the food. It's the food. That's the only thing that has changed. And until you guys wake up, you're going to die faster. Okay. We're all going to die. Yes. But I want to die like healthy. I want to die like this, like just peaceful. Like, they're going to find me like this in my bed, sleeping. That's how I want to die. I don't want to die hurting. I don't want to die with my son crying and looking at me and trying to figure out if he should keep me alive because I decided to eat a whole bunch of bullshit while I was here. So happy National Cheese Day to everyone. Yay. My guest today, I'm going to call my guest so we can get this thing cracking because we are way late. His name is Mal. I've had Mal on the podcast before. He is also one of the 3 members of the Joe Budden Podcast. I was talking to some friends about Mal today, and I found out that I don't really know that much about Mal that I thought I did. Like, I was in a group chat with this nigga forever. I've kicked it with him on multiple levels. We've hung out, had fun, but I don't really know Mal. So I'm going to try to get to know Mal a little bit and get on his business and ask him about some of these topics that everybody wants to hear about. Hopefully he answers the damn phone because he was on the train. Yo.
Meek Mill.
How are and see now I'm Meek Millie. I can't even be Meek Mill no more. He took my fucking name. I tell people that all the time. I was Meek Mill before this nigga.
Meek Mill was really good.
What's good with you? Thank you for joining me.
Oh man, it's a pleasure having you have me,
Appreciate it. I felt a way when I was in New York and you and Joe didn't respond to my text messages. I know you know that.
Yo, what's crazy? I didn't see a message until like 2-3 days after you had hit me. And I think Joe had mentioned something about you hitting him or something like that, but I'll be all over the fucking place, man.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't no issue because, when I come through New York, I always hit y'all up. I don't know, nigga. Niggas be fine. I be finding out niggas be mad at me for shit I didn't even know I did. And I just be like, cool, moving on.
The only time I'll be mad at you is if you don't invite me to one of them pool parties at your crib. That's the only time. That's the only time me and you will ever have beef, man.
Yo, my pool parties be lit.
Listen, man, I can't wait for the next one. I told Joe Budden, I was telling him, like, you don't do pool parties no more. But, I feel like I took his lane a little bit. I feel like I got to eat the West Coast Joe Budden pool parties. Popping. Listen, I can't wait to get there.
You going to be in LA anytime this summer?
Come on, you know that.
I just want to make sure because I ain't seen you. I ain't seen you in a minute.
I've been a little busy, but no, I'm definitely making my way out west. You know that.
Okay.
I'm definitely got to hit you as soon as I touch down.
Okay, cool. So I was talking to one of the homies earlier today. I got a bunch of the homies that want to come on the pod, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to have them all on today. And I found out from talking to him, because he had all these questions about you that I couldn't answer. And I was like, do I really know Mal? I don't know. I don't know.
Which homie was this?
I don't want to say his name. I can tell you off the air because I don't even want to know, whatever. But well, one of the things he was saying to me, he was like, well, how do you know Maul? How did you get to know Maul? I said, well, I met him in a VIP chat. And then they was like, well, who like, how do I like know who you are, what you do? And I said, isn't Maul's brother somebody famous in hip hop? Mm-hmm. Do you have a famous brother in hip hop?
Yeah, if that's the words you want to use. I think he's pretty known.
Who?
I think both of my brothers are pretty known. I mean, I don't know people that may not listen to your pod that don't know the story, but my brothers Kareem Biggs. Mm-hmm. He started Rockefeller with Jay and Dave, and my brother Hip Hop.
Yes,
he's responsible for Kanye's early part of his career, Nicki Minaj, Drake. He managed all of those artists.
See, I don't know who these guys are, but I knew that about you. Like, I knew that you had some brothers, some relatives that are very deep into the hip hop community. And because I'm not that kind of girl, I never even cared like who they were.
Well,
I'm not gonna know who they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't go around waving that flag. Like, I don't go around just
right
talking about that. Anyway, that's not the type of person I am. But I mean, pretty much the story is out there now. I mean, people know who my family is by now. That follow the podcast and that follow me. I think they pretty much know that.
Okay, yeah. See, that's what I felt. I felt like it wasn't important to our friendship. That's why I didn't need to know who your brothers were. I was like, I don't know. I just know anytime I come to New York, we link up, my nigga. You always got me.
Listen, it really ain't important. Those are my brothers, and fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that's family. I mean, I don't go around just talking about my family like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But those that know.
And Joe says that you're OVO Maul, so we're gonna definitely ask your opinion about this Drake.
Yo, you know what, man? That's like a real thing now. Like,
it is.
Online keep hitting me with OVO Maul, and it's funny. I mean, I got a few guys over there that I rock with. You know what I'm saying? Cool guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Cool dudes.
Cool dudes. Great. So let's get into some shit because I don't want to keep you too long. I wanted you on for the whole hour. And so I want to try to keep it to an hour. I do have to do an ad that I'm going to need your participation in. No, I'm not telling you what it is. And don't fuck it up.
Listen, as long as it's not, you know what? I fuck with you. So listen, we're going to roll with it.
When I'm going to do it halfway through, I'm going to do an ad. I've never had any, I've only just read a script. So this time I'm just going to let it fly however it come out, dog.
If it's stick, it's stick.
This is what it is, nigga. They talking about don't read it so much. Okay, cool. Well, y'all finna get a live motherfucking ad from Miko Grind. The shit gonna be funny as fuck, I think.
Let's do it.
So I'm catching hell in this Me Too movement because I'm just not one of those women that just jumps on a train and goes with the motions. Like, I have to do my research. And when I did a little bit of research, what I found out is everybody wasn't raped. Everybody wasn't harassed or assaulted. A lot of these bitches sucked some dick back in the day because they were told that if they did this, they would have a better shot at getting a role or getting a part or just getting pushed close to the front of the line. And they said they did it because these men were powerful and they felt like they had to and everybody else was doing it, and that's wrong. And now they're saying they're a part of the Me Too movement, and I disagree. I feel like that should be a whole separate movement. That should be a teachable moment movement right there. Like, bitch, let me tell you what I did. I sucked all this dick coming up to get where I got. And now I'm an older woman and I'm ashamed of it and I feel bad. And so I should teach women, don't suck dick to get where you want to get. Because when you get older, you're going to look stupid. That's not the Me Too movement. That's a whole nother movement. And people are trying to tell me that those two are combined. That is just because it's a powerful man and you felt like you had to suck the dick. I ain't sucked no dick to get nowhere. And I could have. And it would have been great head too, by the way. And I feel like I would have been to the top of the charts or wherever I was going. I would have went straight to the top. But that doesn't mean that should I get something for not sucking dick? Why do they get something for sucking dick and saying now they feel bad about it?
Listen, me, you know what it is, me? Honestly, like, I'm to the point with that. I understand, there are men out here who use their status and their power to kind of back women into a corner, for sexual reasons or whatever, right? And that, to me, that's corny. That's super whack. That shows the type of how weak the man is. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's a fine line because it's like, what's harassment? You know what I mean? I've seen some things where they're like, if you tell a woman in the workplace she looks great today or she looks just like, now that can almost be taken as harassment, sexual. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so you can't compliment a woman anymore. You know what I mean? Like I just don't. Yeah, so I just don't understand. It's such a fine line, and I don't want to sound insensitive because I know that these things do go on, and that women are victims. And I have sisters, I have nieces, I have a mother who I love, and I would physically harm a man if I knew that they was doing that to anyone in my family. But again, it's such a fine line, and I think that now that things are coming out, it's like you can't just be ready to jump and believe every story you hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
bitches be lying. It's so many bitches that have lied.
Yeah.
So many.
People have motives, man, and people have,
greed,
they have agendas out
fame,
there. Yeah.
Attention.
So it's like you gotta be careful. And I think it's unfortunate that, a lot of prominent men are being brought forward and being accused of a lot of these things. And again, I sympathize with the women that are true victims, but then, the women that are out here lying and that's disrespectful to the women who have really been victims of this thing, because it's like you're making it, you're making it to it's like they
now we have
almost
to
won't
question
believe the real
everybody.
victims.
Everybody's in question. And then it's like once you say it, you can't take it back. Like we automatically think it's true when we hear it.
Right.
Like the statement comes out and then it's like boom. And then whenever like Russell Simmons, for example, he proved that his bitch was lying. Nobody's even talking about that no more.
Right.
Like he's like he was getting thrown to the wolves.
Right. It goes back to what I say about I always make Kobe an example of this. Like, Kobe was found not guilty, but people still call Kobe, he raped that girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's like, dog, he was found not guilty. Like none of that was that case was thrown out. Like he wasn't found guilty of raping anyone. But that sticks with you forever.
Forever. Yeah.
Just because somebody accused you, you know what I'm saying? It's like forever your name is attached to that. And that's what it becomes unfortunate because, not every man is out here doing that. But if you're accused of it once, then you're forever in everyone's eyes, you're this rapist, you're this predator, you're this, you know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate because it's like, again, there are real victims and I don't want to lose sight of that. There are real victims and, I hate that there are women that go through that, but then again, there are women that lie about going through that too, though.
Yeah, and I also hate that it's only famous women in the Me Too movement. Like, why the bitch at Subway ain't in the movement? Why she's not getting no camera time? Why did these bitches have a VIP section at the little march for famous people of the Me Too movement?
Because the men that they're bringing down are so famous, and the men that they're accusing are they're big in the industry. So,
but all this is showing is that the little guy can keep getting away with it. You have to be famous to get caught.
Right. Again, it's the whole situation is it's unfortunate, and I mean it. Like I said, I just wish that women, if they aren't victims, like don't say you're a victim if you're lying, because you're only affecting the other women that are real victims.
But they don't care. Nobody cares. Everybody wants their own individual. It's something they're personally trying to gain, especially a liar.
Right.
A liars don't give a fuck that we saying, hey, don't lie. Like, come on, you're ruining the movement. They don't give a fuck. These bitches are like, girl, I just want my name on the news. I want to be trending on social media. Like, I want this nigga that didn't do nothing to me. I just want him to have pain for not, fucking me that one time that I saw him.
And that's crazy because that's where we're at now as a society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
social
we care
media.
More about, we care more about, how we look to the public than, morals and ethics. Like morals and ethics are basically extinct now. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't exist anymore. Like people just out here running around, just doing whatever they want. There's no more rules. There's no out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. I said the same thing. I said, and I blame the men, because women have always been like this. We've always been this character, this messy, if I tell on everybody, snitch. But now we have men that are acting like straight bitches. Like now niggas are doing the most. They want the attention.
Those are the hybrids.
I call them soy boys is what I call them. Soy boys. They eating all that soy. They turn into bitches.
Yeah, I like soy boy. I like that.
You soy boys out here is fucking it up, and then it's like, like you can't even compete no more. Like with the women are competing with the men now, not just the women.
Right.
You know, and it's just sad. It's just sad.
It's nasty. It's nasty, Meek. It's nasty out here right now, man. That's why I stay out the way.
That's why I look crazy. I look crazy to people. I look dumb crazy to people because I say exactly how I feel. Yeah.
When you stand out. And when you're the opposite of what's now normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna stand out. And you're gonna be the weirdo because it's like, oh, you don't do this, and it's like, no, like hey, I don't.
And I'm talking shit about it too. Like, nigga, what is y'all doing? What the fuck?
Right.
Who's doing this shit now?
Right.
Oh man. So can I get you? I listened to the podcast. I only got halfway through last week's, and I had to be a mom.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the gist of the beef and all that. I'm educating myself on hip hop through you guys. And through beef and all these things. And I said last week on my podcast that I had already known about the blackface campaign that Drake had done. And that might be because I'm an OG Aubrey fan. I literally have been a fan since before he was famous, when he was doing videos with Trey Songz, when Trey Songz was putting him on. Imagine that. Take it back when Trey Songz was that nigga and he low-key put me on Drake. And he came out with these pictures and he was just Aubrey then. He wasn't Champagne Poppy. So I had already heard about this. I had also already heard about the baby because the baby mama had came forward and was saying that he was threatening her, trying to make her get an abortion. So what I'm learning in beef is it's the same thing. Like, it doesn't have to be true. Like he said he was a deadbeat dad. That's not true. Right. You can say anything in a beef as long as it's cool. It doesn't have to be true.
Right.
Why? Here's my thing. Why should I care about this beef? Because everyone's like, why don't you care about this? This changes everything for Drake. And I'm like, what's going to change, my nigga? I'm waiting for the album. What has changed?
Right.
What has changed for Drake and what should change for his fan base? Because I don't give a fuck. Pusha had a great diss. I never heard nobody diss Drake like that before. I thought it was incredible. I thought it was talented. I still like Drake's better because he was hitting actual factual bars and shit like that. But what changes now? What changes?
Well, here's my thing. This is how I feel about the situation. And this is all, this is just me being honest. I feel like this is something that has been going on for years that Drake, he avoided and he alluded to, I'm hearing all these shots and this, that, and the third. And then I think it just got to a point now where, he got fed up and decided, at the end of the day, a man is going to be a man. And you're going, so many times you're going to let a man disrespect you before you decide to say something.
Okay.
So Drake engaged in the battle and he responded. I thought his record was dope. And then, Pusha responded and his record was more disrespectful.
Yes.
And in a battle, that's what wins. When you're talking about battle rap, the more disrespect is, what the people love.
Even if it's not true.
Even if it's not true. Even if it's not true, the fact that you say something and it's disrespectful and it's just like people gonna be like, oh, he killed him. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm starting to see the narrative, like people are like, oh, Drake's career is over.
Yeah.
It's that and the third. And it's like, whoa. Let's slow down. Let's calm down for a second. I don't think, even if, say Drake responds and he puts out a bomb and, I don't even think Pusha's career will be over. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not career ending.
Does Pusha even have a career in hip hop? For real?
No, he has a career. He
puts out an album like every 5 years or some shit like that.
Yeah, but he has a career. He has a sneaker deal. He has, he has a lot of things going on. Like, he has a career. He's not. I mean,
like a music career, not like a. I know he's like the president of good music. I heard.
He's more of a. He has a more of a real hardcore fan base, like that's been following him for years.
Yeah, that's why I can't fuck with him.
He's mainstream. He's a mainstream rapper, but he's not as big a mainstream rapper as Drake or some of these other guys. But he does have a career, right? But yeah. So now I'm seeing people like, oh, Drake's career is over. This, that, and third. Push's career is gonna be over when Drake responds. Nobody's career is going to end as a result of any of this. Like, let's just be clear. Like, it's a moment in hip hop. We've seen it before. This is not the first time that two rappers have gone at it. This is the first time that we've seen someone talk to or talk about Drake the way that Pusha has. But even in that, I don't think that, this is not career ending for Drake. Drake is still going to release his music and still put out
I'm still going to buy it.
A dope project. People are still going to support it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not career ending for anybody. I just don't. What I don't like is seeing things outside of the battle where people are in the industry and other artists are voicing their opinions and things like that. Like I'm seeing guys say a lot of things where I'm just like confused because now I don't know where hip hop is anymore. I don't know what state we're in. Like a lot of people are saying the disrespect was too much, and it's like I've never seen.
No, it's no such thing as disrespect. No, it's not. It's a battle. It's a beef.
Right, and it's like as long as these gentlemen keep it on music and keep it in the booth, then I don't see anything wrong. This is where hip hop comes from. It comes from battling. It comes from the park. And who's the best in this neighborhood? Who's the best in that? Tell him I want to battle him. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the essence of what hip hop is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's the battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just don't understand why now, it's like, it's too much disrespect and Drake shouldn't respond or Drake won't be responding. And it's like, but why not? Drake has a fan base that's like rooting for him, that supports him, that wants a response. That's like, you have to respond to this dude.
But why do people want to respond so bad when they don't even consider him like a true MC because he's had help writing? Why do people care?
Because it's for entertainment. At the end of the day, you got to realize what this is. This is all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You have fan bases. You have people who are, who are basically invested in both of these guys. You know what I'm saying? That support their music, have supported their career, support everything they do outside of music. So it's just like with sports. You know what I'm saying? When your team is playing.
No, you can't compare this to sports, dog, because you can lie. You can literally write bars that are not true and win.
And you absolutely right. But what I mean by sports, meaning like if I have a team and my team is playing your team,
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're rooting for. I don't care how bad my team is. Like I feel like we can beat y'all.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the Cavs and the Warriors.
Right. So it's like yeah, like you want to root for your team, but now if your team sits in the locker room and don't come out and perform, you're like, wait, hold up. Like, what you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, let's go at these dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so now this is why Drake fans are like, yo, what's up, man? Like, go at him. You know what I mean? Like, we don't care about.
See, I'm not even like that. I'm like, ignore him. Work on the album, dog. I'm waiting. My summer is not.
We know the album is coming. Yeah. We know the album is coming regardless. Like, this is.
But I feel like this might change it. Like, I truly feel like in some of the things that I've read, just on the stuff that Pusha-T said about Drake, it sounded to me like this Adidas campaign was going to be featured and focused on his son, like his name's in it. I feel like the album was probably going to have some songs about his son. Now, does this change the album? Like, is he going to do like I don't get it. It's messing with me. It's pissing me off because I don't want the changed album. I want whatever he was going to give us. And now I feel like this might have ruined some things.
I don't think that it's going to change anything, because if you rewind to just the day before Pusha dropped his response,
mm-hmm.
Everyone was like, oh, it's over for Pusha, it's over this, that. And as soon as Pusha dropped his response, everybody's like, oh, it's over for Drake. So the one thing that's consistent is music. If you put out music and it's good, that changes everything.
Yeah.
People forget. People have a short attention spans. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see guys that are involved in real heavy headlines one week, and the internet is bashing them, and oh God, get him out of here. Let a couple weeks go by, let a couple months go by.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, he puts out a great song, and he's back on stage, and people are screaming his name, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like none of this is all temporary, which is why I don't understand why people are so
caught
involved
up in
this battle that's like,
I can't even be bothered.
And it's like, this is just a moment in hip hop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let the MCs have their moment, let the fan base have their moment, and then we'll move on, and albums will come out and tours will go on, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, and then after that, we over it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even to today, I don't even really see people talking about the battle or the record that Push put out anymore. Now it's about why is Drake not responding? You know what I'm saying? They're not even talking about the record anymore. They're like, why is she not responding yet?
DB, I was just wondering, because you have a lot of influence, you've been in your business for a long time, and you have a lot of connections. So with regards to all this like beef and disagreements and things, has anybody ever reached out to you either for advice or to help calm down a situation that you didn't know or didn't have a personal relationship with?
Oh yeah, all the time. You know what I mean? That's something I do. That's something I enjoy doing because I don't like to see us self-destruct. You know what I mean? So I love intervening and sharing wisdom that can be a solution to stupidity. You know what I mean? Things like that. So that's one of the main reasons, you know, I couldn't sit back and allow Drake, you know, he worked too hard, you know what I mean, to come down and wallow in slop. You know what I mean? I couldn't live with myself, you know, saying, hey, it's okay to do that. You know what I mean? Because it don't make business sense. It don't make family, personal sense. It don't make sense.
Yeah.
So that's the way I feel about that.
Talk with Drake, and you told him to no longer respond to Pusha-T.
I can't, you know what I mean, ask Drake. I wouldn't want to sit back. I know his character. I know who he is. And I understand the business perspective around all of this as well. So, you know, I couldn't advise him to go ahead and get in the pig pen with this man and, you know, forget about everything you built.
Yeah. It wouldn't be good business either, right? No. So he did have a response ready, though, huh, Jay?
Oh, no doubt about it.
You heard it?
Let me say this here. The ingredients, the ingredients was overwhelming. You know what I mean? I know for a fact that it would have been bad for Kanye and my man. You know what I mean?
That song got out.
Yeah, it just wouldn't be good, you know, from... It's beyond music at that point.
Yeah. What kind of stuff did he say, though?
One little teaspoon.
So it's like, you know, people have short attention spans. It's just a moment. I think let the fans have their moment, go at it, and you know,
enjoy.
Then, you know, we've seen this movie before. They'll come out on stage together a couple years from now and do a record. Like, we've seen this movie before. Like, we know how this goes. Like, it's not nothing that I don't think, you know. It's just a moment for the fans to enjoy, and it's part of the culture. But people, you know, they're putting they added too much into the pot to where it's overboiling and it's overcooking, and it's like, all right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
like
now,
people acting like it's way deeper. The fun of it.
Yeah, y'all just messed up the pot, man. It's like, I don't even care about it no more. It's like, oh, come on, man. It's too much. Like, I don't even know what's going on in hip hop no more, where MCs can't battle because it's deemed too disrespectful. Like, I don't even. Now I'm totally lost. Like, I was kind of, hip hop was losing me before, but now I'm like I'm off. You can't even battle. Like, like there's rules in battling now. All right, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done.
I feel you. Can you check your Instagram? I just sent you a video, and I would like to talk about this video, but I feel like you should see it first before you give me your input. Did you get that DM?
Okay, yeah.
Don't judge me. I want you to look at it first. Then I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna need your opinion. Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay, so you saw the video, right?
Right.
So let me explain to everyone. I'm sure my editor will post the video. He's so awesome at this. But okay, so there's someone filming a couple at a bar, and the woman reaches behind the man and puts her hand down the back of his jeans and starts to finger pop him in his booty hole from the bar. My comment on this, this was on Lil Duval's Instagram, and he said women really out here fingering men now, and then he said something to the effect of what does it say? A man will never be a man if you accept him as a woman. I'm not shaking none of you hoes' hands no more. And my comment was, the only thing that's wrong with this video is that it's in public and they're eating bar food, which is like usually finger food where you lick your fingers, you might, you know. Right. And I said, this is disgusting. I said, but grown-ups having sex or fingering each other, I don't see a problem with it. I don't understand why women and men can't have butt play amongst each other in their private settings, whether it's eating ass, fingering ass, strap on, dildo, whatever it is you choose to do with your man. I don't call any heterosexual activities gay from a man. And everyone is ripping me, telling me I'm crazy. And I just wanted to get your opinion on that. Outside of it being in a public place and a bitch booty popping you, what is your opinion on the male and butt play to any capacity?
Okay, so first and foremost, there is absolutely No penetration of the male ass is supposed to be going on.
Why not?
Zero.
Why not?
Zero.
You have to tell me why.
Listen, because that's just not what we supposed to engage in. We don't engage in being penetrated. Men are not supposed to be penetrated.
But
like,
your G spot is in your prostate. It's right next to your prostate.
I don't care where my G spot is. Listen. You don't, as a man, you cannot be penetrated. Period. Like if you with a woman and you letting her play and put a finger in your butt, and then you letting her put toys on and go on your. Listen, homie, you one step away from letting her bring a whole new nigga in the bed.
But y'all be wanting to go in a woman's ass though. That ain't what it's supposed to be about.
Men are not supposed to be penetrated. We can penetrate a woman. We are not supposed to be penetrated. That's not. I don't care where our G spot is located.
So you have never had a woman put her finger in your butt while she was jacking your dick and humming your balls.
Meek.
That don't sound fire.
Listen. This is me you talking to. You know good and goddamn well a woman ain't never put her fingers in my ass. That will never ever happen. Never. It's just not. You know what I mean? That's not what men is supposed to. It's like, because I'm telling you that if a man is into that. And to him, that's the way he get off, and that's his set. He one step away from entertaining the idea of laying with a man.
But I don't agree with that, because it's not the same. Like, you get turned on when you look at a naked woman. And if a woman really takes you there and turns you on and she wants to try some shit, why couldn't you try it with her? I don't understand.
Listen,
there's
a woman could try a lot of things. Sticking something in my ass is never going down. That's never happening.
Okay.
Like, that's just not. I don't need that. I'm gonna get this nut off in other ways. Like that, we ain't going. I've been, 36 years I've been on this planet. I ain't never.
You never needed to get a nut in your ass.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
I mean, maybe you find out one day and you realize it's way more fire. I don't know.
Nah.
My thing is,
we ain't gonna never open that door.
I just feel like men are always asking women to experiment. You guys want a threesome? You want to see your girl eat another bitch pussy? She might not be gay, but she doing it because she want to get a reaction out of you. Like, she likes that you like her eating this other bitch pussy, or this bitch eating her pussy. How come you guys can't see that as us asking you to try something with us? You guys are always trying.
No, we could try other things, me. We can't. You can't penetrate me though. That's not.
Okay. No, so let me ask you this. No. So what is your opinion on the salad tossing then? Will you let a woman eat your ass? Is that gay?
Okay, see that now. This is where it's tricky.
Yes.
Hold on, because this is where it's tricky.
Give me the tricks. Give me the tricks.
It depends on the position that you're in. You know what I'm saying? Like if you bent over, ass tooted and booted, like, come on, homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you a real nigga, it's like you have to go get it. I'm laying down on my back, like, you giving me head, like, you gonna have to lift the balls and go get it if you want it. But okay. I ain't about to be on.
You're not gonna make it easy for us.
Hell no.
You're not gonna make it easy to get to the booty hole.
Yeah, and then we're not even doing the real. You can lick the tape, the gooch, like right between, the
gristle,
the balls and that. Yeah, you can hit that. You can lick the bitch. We ain't about to go full fledged.
So you don't like the tongue to just slide across the booty hole?
Listen, I'm not. Listen, I'm.
It's nothing wrong with that.
Listen,
that's not gay.
Right there is, look. Now, not saying that that's gay. I'm just saying more so when you talk about a woman, going down there and licking a man's ass, it's more so, okay, what position is your man in? Because if he knees on the bed, ass up, face down, homie, listen, it's a flag on the play. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be in no position like that.
Okay, so what if you laying on your back?
I don't even look for the remote under the bed with my knees on the floor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You lay down on your side?
I lay on my side, right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's never knees on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Never.
So let me ask you this. What about if you put your knees to your chest? Like you stretching?
I'm a grown man. I'm not doing that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Now you trying to change my pamper. That's called changing the diaper right now. You trying to change my diaper. Like, we not. I'm a grown ass man, B. You're not changing my diaper. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting my knees to my chest while I'm on my back. You're not doing that.
Oh God, you guys men are no fun. Like y'all really don't want to have no fun. Y'all want the women to do everything. Y'all want us to eat pussy. Y'all want us to take dick in our ass. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want us to do double penetration and shit, but y'all don't want to do nothing.
But Meek, there's always no. You can always say no. You know what I'm saying? Like that's always.
I mean,
always an option.
My bootio's a virgin. I saved it for my husband. He didn't want it, so it's gonna remain a virgin. But I just feel like
shouts to Brent. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, he doesn't want any butt play. He don't want no parts of no anal nothing.
See what I'm saying?
He eats ass, but no penetration.
I mean, I think every man has done that. I mean, I don't think that's like that's part of the cable package now. You know, you get Wi-Fi, you get, you know what I'm saying, you get the internet, you get the phone.
What they call the bundle. Yeah. It's a bundle.
Yeah, that's part of the bundle package. Yeah, you gotta lick your girl ass. I mean, what nigga ain't licking his girl ass?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm glad you were honest about it. I just don't get what's gay anymore. I don't get it. I just feel like sex now should just be free with a woman and a man. Go ahead.
Nah. Put this in stone, Meek. A man is not supposed to be penetrated. Period.
Okay.
Period. That's in stone.
Penetrated. In stone.
A man is not supposed to be penetrated.
Supposed to be penetrated. Got it.
Right. That's in stone. Okay. That's the 11th commandment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My husband won't even let me lick his booty.
See what I'm saying?
He's not even rolling with it at all. Like I got the death stare one time when I tried. I happened to look up to see if he like when I tried to go down there before I went, I looked up to see he felt me going down and he was already looking at me like, bitch, I will kill you. Back up at the balls. Come back up to the balls.
See what I'm saying? Real nigga. He knows like, yo, whoa.
Well, he's lucky then, because if he ever went in my ass, I promise you I was gonna do him right back. I promise you. So if I had that same energy, nigga, you want butt play from me? Let's make sure we have that same energy when I'm down there.
Nah, man. A man can't be penetrated, period, man.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay,
period.
Cool. New subject. Did you hear about these cheerleaders that are being used as sex slaves?
No, I didn't hear about it.
A lot of cheerleaders. I'm kidding. Oh. But I'm not kidding, but I'm kidding. So there's a lot of ex-NFL cheerleaders who are suing the teams because they said they created a hostile work environment. They only get paid like $75 a game. Do you know that? $75 to $150 per game. That's around about $2,000 a year to be a cheerleader.
Nah, that's crazy.
Isn't it crazy? And they have to learn all those routines. They have to do all this stuff. And that's how much they get paid. And then on top of it, if you don't make the squad, there's a group of girls called the Playmakers, or also called the Ambassadors. And their job is to go up to the suites, the clubs, the boxes, whatever sport it is, and schmooze and be felt up by the people that pay for the boxes, like the rich niggas. They have to take pictures with them. They even have to do it with fans. Like they try to get fans to buy season tickets, and they have these cheerleaders they're dressed scantily, pretty provocative, most times in swimsuits. And these women have to just do whatever is being asked. And I read a situation a few weeks ago on my podcast about the Redskins, the Washington Deadskins, what I call them, organization, where they had their swimsuit issue being photographed in Hawaii, and a lot of these women had to go on dates with potential sponsors and advertisers. That was like a part of their job. Like they have to go on a date with these niggas. Sex is not required, but it does help. And
that's crazy.
I'm just laughing because I'm like, how can you be considered a professional cheerleader and you're getting $75 to $150 a game?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I knew that.
Didn't know that.
And then you're not allowed to fuck the players. If you get caught fucking one of the players, you get fired. But you could fuck one of these niggas that have the boxes and the suites and fans are trying to get to buy season tickets, but you can't fuck any of the guys that play.
AKA the old rich white man.
That helps the front office, so that helps the owner, sell tickets and everything. So you fucking their running back, and that only helps you, I guess. It doesn't help the owner of the front office. So I think it's hating because you hating on the women getting paid, because I'm sure, I know this, I don't even need to say I'm sure, a lot of the athletes pay for their pussy. Like they want the they don't feel like working and dating you and courting you. They gonna ask you what it is, give you the cheese, and you gonna come out, pop bottles, they gonna take you strip club, and eventually you go home and fuck. They hating on that, but they not paying them.
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, everybody got to make a living. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's unfortunate because women are put in these situations where it's like they're trying to use their talent, which is dancing and entertaining, to make a living. But it's like that ain't even no living. They have to have a job. Yeah,
this is a hobby. This is like
that's crazy. But you know what? You know how I feel about the NFL. I think that the whole NFL is just crooked.
It's a scam. I said it's a scammer. It's
the biggest scam.
In sports.
Goes back to,
America is the biggest scammer ever, and football is the biggest scam in sports, I believe.
Yeah, it's like it goes back to me. Back in the slave days where they would, make the slaves, fight each other for entertainment. It's like that's how I feel about football. It's like, y'all going out here, y'all pretty much killing each other slowly.
Yes.
Because this sport has long-term effects on your life.
Yes.
And it's
for
like
non-guaranteed contracts.
Non-guaranteed contracts, and then it's like you think when you see these players that get these big contracts, you're like, damn, he got big. But what you think the dude that's paying
getting? That's chump change. That is not
you know what I'm saying?
nothing.
If he's able, if he's able to get him that, what you think he making?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just view the whole NFL, they don't support their players standing up for, issues in their communities. Like, I just don't, I'm done with the NFL. You know what I'm saying? But
I can't be done till Brent Grimes is done. Yeah. It's a job I signed up for.
I know it's a tough situation for you because I know how you feel about certain issues and things going on with the league. But, me personally, I'm just, that whole thing with Kaepernick just kind of like you basically, they're showing you how they feel about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're showing you pretty much to your face, listen, we don't care about none of these issues that you feel a way about. Get out here on the field, do what we tell you to do, and that's it.
Period.
And it's like, wait, what?
And now they can't kneel. Now they have this thing where you can't kneel, or your team's going to get fined, and then eventually your team can fine you. And I just want to see what happens next year. I want to see who decides to kneel still, who decides not to even play. There are multiple players who are saying they're not even going to play next year. And we won't know until it happens, but I just want to see who is really tired. Like, who's really pissed.
I have a simple theory, mate. If every team, if the star players from every team decided we're not playing, we will see immediate changes in the NFL.
Immediate. Yes.
I'm talking about
I'm talking about drastic, immediate.
There will be an
holy
emergency
shit
meeting.
It won't be a week that go by without this shit getting resolved.
Right. If every star player or every African American player decided we are not playing, there will be a change immediately.
I think that they're afraid. They're afraid to put themselves out there. A lot of these players don't give a fuck about the NFL. It's like a prison sentence for them. They're just doing their time. They don't have.
You know what it is?
Go ahead.
You know what it is too, Meek? It's because a lot of people that have regular 9-to-5s, right? They work in these jobs that they hate. They hate these jobs. They hate getting up every morning going to these jobs, and they dread the whole process. And it's like, sometimes you got to just believe in what you believe in. And say, you know what? While this job is paying the bills and this, that, and the third, sometimes you got to decide to do what's right for you and what you love and stand up for what you believe in. And just be like, I'm not doing this no more. I'm going to go over here and do this. I'm going to go over here and do what I know is right.
Yeah.
And sometimes, to me, that's more satisfactory than getting up every morning doing something that you dread. So a lot of these players, they know what the NFL is doing is wrong, but it's like they won't do anything about it.
I just feel like they don't support each other.
Too, though. Right, exactly. But they do have the power to change. They just don't know the power that they have.
They don't. What I'm saying? Like they're too afraid to see what kind of power they have. It's like a fear.
That's why I say it starts with the star players. Because if I'm in the locker room and I'm on this, little rookie contract, or I'm just happy to be on the team, and I look over and see the star player on my team who's making the most money, if he stand up and says, "Listen, I'm not playing," if he stands up and says that, that's going to affect me in a way like, damn, like, if he doing that, then like, yo, I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Like, this is my leader. This is the dude that I look up to. This is the dude who...
What you have to know also is a lot of these people see that and say, well, shit, I'm going to take his spot. He's stupid. I can't believe he giving up this money for other people. Fuck that. I'm about to get me and mine together. I don't give a fuck about, what the police doing to other people. It ain't happening to me.
And
we have a lot of those in the league.
That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? Like, but it does happen to professional athletes. Like we just saw with Sterling Brown.
Yeah, it does happen to you.
He was tased for parking in an empty parking lot. It was a traffic violation.
Yes.
He got tased over a traffic violation. You know what I'm saying? He had backup called on him for a traffic violation. It's like, are you serious?
Because of the white man and the police fear the big black dick. I've said this so many times. It's you guys' dick that have them scared.
This is what I'm saying. This is why I say it affects all of us, because just because it didn't happen to you doesn't mean that it doesn't affect you.
Right.
It just hasn't happened to you yet.
Or someone you know yet.
Right. And that's and that's the issue I have with the NFL. It's like, yo, y'all got so much control and so much power. Y'all don't even realize it, and y'all not using it. And that, to me, that is like that's crazy to me that these players are not using their power. The number one sport in America,
and they not even taking advantage.
Right, and they're not using their power.
Sick.
And but again, I understand people have families, people have lives, and I get all of that. I understand. I'm not insensitive to any of that. I understand that. But my thing is like, at some point, what are you doing for your kids? What are you changing for the future? You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. Like Muhammad Ali did things that a lot of these athletes wouldn't be able to do if he didn't do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to look at all these
because of the things that the athletes before you did, and you should give back in that way at least. At the least you can do is be a voice. Yes. Let's pay some bills.
Other people out here, right? And if there's other people out here that's making a living, not playing in the NFL, if they decide to suspend a year and not pay you, I'm pretty sure you'll be okay too.
Yes, you'll be just fine. Bill, let's pay these bills, Maul. Okay, so let me ask you this: you wear a lot of hats. Is your hairline good? Are you straight? Is there any balding?
My hairline is good.
You got no Fred Sanford, no cul-de-sac popping. None of that.
Nah, we ain't getting none of that. By the grace of God, though. You know what I'm saying?
You're lucky because 66% of men lose their hair by the age of 35. And once you realize that, it's almost too late to start reversing it. And the one thing that I've heard about that can help is forhims.com, which is a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. Okay? Now, it sounds crazy, but it's really easy. You really don't have to go to the doctor. You can do this all over the phone. They'll do screening over the phone. You can get some blood work, some tests done. You send it in, and they actually mail you the product yourself. So you don't have to, sometimes you get embarrassed when you go get a test done or anything, and you're, especially for balding, you don't want to sit in a fucking room with a whole bunch of niggas going bald. Everybody know you in there trying to get your hairline together. So this forhims.com makes it very, very easy. It's a one-stop shop for all of these things for hair loss, skin care, sexual wellness, and everything. And on top of it, if you order now, my listeners get a trial month for Hims for just $5 today, right now, while supplies last. See their website for details. This would cost hundreds if you went to the doctor or pharmacy. Go to forhims.com/Miko. That's forhims.com/Miko. Maul, you're lucky because I see a lot of people online spraying their hairline on like a lot of niggas is getting weave now. I know you've seen it. Like there's weave happening. People are really concerned with their hairline, like a lot. And I think that the reason that people are going bald younger has a lot to do with the diet, but forhims.com can help reverse all that. So good luck to you I don't know when you might lose it. You might never lose it. Some people don't lose their hairline. Some guys, stay fly for a long time. But 66%, that's a high number. So the rest of y'all, make sure you go to forhims.com and get your hairline together, please, please, please.
Get your hairline together, please. Stop getting mad when they tell you to take your hat off.
A lot of niggas get so mad. It don't have nothing to do with the fact that they don't have a haircut. It's the hairline.
It's the hairline. Yeah,
it's that fucking hairline.
The hat is like the weave for men. I keep telling people that.
Yes, it's the new weave.
That's the new weave. The hat is the new weave.
Yes. So let's get into these playoffs before I get you out of here. Clearly, my team, you know I'm a Cavs fan. I know you're a fucking Cavs hater. Fuck you. Let's just start it off there.
Oh, yeah, see,
fuck
this is why
Maul.
I like because I could. I like this because, listen, we're going to get this set. We're going to clear
this air up right now.
Everybody thinks I'm a LeBron hater.
You sound like one on social media.
Hater. No, Meek, it's not that. You know what I sound like? I just sound like somebody that's using common sense and not getting caught up in the hype and the era and the moment. Like but this is the thing, Meek. I always say LeBron is one of the greatest ever. Like I say that all the time.
So we're clear.
People just get mad when I say he's not greater than Jordan, and he's not the greatest of all time. And that's the only thing people get mad when I say.
I don't get mad at that. I don't get mad. I believe there's an argument for Jordan. Clearly, there's an argument. I grew up. I played in the Jordan era. I was wearing Jordans while he was wearing Jordans in the 90s, playing ball.
It's very simple though. Just look at it. What number does LeBron wear?
23. Yes. That's his idol.
And I do get that you can surpass your idol. I get that. You grow up idolizing somebody. Jordan idolized somebody, and I'm sure he surpassed who he's idol. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But the thing is, we're in this era where, people are just trying to totally just remove what Mike has done. And, I get it, because when I was growing up, my dad and, uncles, they would try to tell me about, Kareem and Oscar Robinson and Dr. J and all these guys. And, I would listen, but you couldn't tell me that these guys were better than Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm looking at him growing up and I knew what it was like to sit down on Sundays and watch NBC and see Mike putting up 35, 40, 50. You know what I mean? Like I remember those feelings, and I'm like, you can't tell me there was somebody greater than this guy. So now you have these kids growing up now that was born in 98, 99 that are now, 21, 20 years old. They feel like LeBron is the greatest.
You have to give it some thought. Like even if you've processed it, did you at least process it? Because if you think about it in the aspect of game, as far as like who contributes more to their game, to the team, it's clearly LeBron. Now, if you're talking about just pure like play, like, oh, you like Jordan's style of play better, you think that the way Jordan played and won championships is better, I can understand that. But if you're just talking about actual game, there's no question that LeBron is a better all-around player than Jordan. It's no question.
Okay.
He can clearly do things that Jordan couldn't do and wouldn't do.
Which is what?
Statistically, for example, Jordan rebounding, assists, blocks, steals, scoring. All these things LeBron did better than him. Statistically.
Did he?
Statistically. I'm not a stat kind of girl, but yes. Jordan.
Do you know how many times Mike won the MVP, the scoring title?
No, I understand that. I'm not talking about that specifics. I'm talking about when you score the ball, there's a percentage of shooting, how well you score the ball, not just a number that you have at the end of the game. There are other numbers involved in that.
Well, I think a lot of that comes from, the specimen of an athlete that LeBron is. He's bigger and stronger than Mike was. So, he's going to be able to, here's my thing, right? And again, LeBron is one of the greatest ever. I want to keep saying that so people don't think that I don't recognize that.
I don't think you think that.
We will never see another athlete like LeBron, probably ever, right? But when you talk about Jordan was Defensive Player of the Year and MVP in the same season. LeBron has never won Defensive Player of the Year. So how am I the best defender and the best offensive player in 1 year? That says a lot when you go back and look at these numbers, right? Look at the numbers he was putting up.
That is,
even to this day.
That is something that I don't think LeBron would ever get. I don't think he would ever get defensive, and I don't think he would ever get that. And there's a reason, but
but hold on. But keep in mind, LeBron is a lot bigger and stronger than Mike.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But you're saying he will never get Defensive Player of the Year. Cool, right? So here's another thing. When you talk about, people love to say, oh, LeBron makes everybody better. He makes all of his teammates better. Mm-hmm. But then in that same conversation, it turns into LeBron doesn't have any help. So my thing is,
those are two different things. Those are two different things.
But hold on. Here's my thing. It's either you're making players better or you need help. It can't be both.
You can need both.
It cannot be
both. Let me tell
you
something.
I'm making you better or I need
That doesn't mean just because you're better doesn't mean you're good enough. Just better.
Here's another
You can't
thing.
understand that?
No, I don't.
I made players better. They still was trashed, but I made them better because of who I was.
No. Okay, so here's the thing. LeBron has played with more All-Stars and more Hall of Famers than any other quote-unquote GOAT in the history of the game.
You can't. This is all of these things that you're comparing. Go ahead.
No, because I'm speaking directly to people saying he needs help. I'm speaking directly to people saying he needs help.
Yes.
LeBron has played with more All-Stars and more Hall of Famers than any other quote-unquote GOAT in the history of the game.
How many GOATs are there, though?
I'll let the people decide that. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying?
So listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You're talking about
the ones that we deem to be the greatest ever.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is in that conversation. I'm just saying let's just take some names: Kareem, Mike, Kobe. Let's just put those. Let's just leave those three as
I'm
GOATs,
not putting Kobe in any GOAT discussion whatsoever.
You would have to though.
Why?
It would be disrespectful to consider Kobe not one of the greatest of all time.
Why? What has he done to make me think that?
You don't think Kobe has done anything?
Is Kobe better? Is Kobe better than Jordan?
No, Kobe's not better.
Okay,
than Jordan.
So he's out of there. We can only put one person.
But
you can't put.
I'm just speaking to some people that would put Kobe in the GOAT
stupid.
conversation.
They're fucking stupid.
But we know that stupid people exist. So I'm just saying.
I can't entertain stupidity though. I can't care about those people.
Whoever people say LeBron is better than, I'm just saying that LeBron has played with more All-Stars and Hall of Famers than any of those guys.
You also
So now hold on. So another thing, people love to say he makes people better, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the numbers that even role players, I'm not going to even name the stars on this team. Role players on his team have averaged before they played with LeBron. When you look at their numbers were better than when they played with LeBron. Right? Look at Kevin Love. People love to say, oh, he played on a team that was terrible. They weren't going nowhere. He didn't have no help, this, that, and the third. So then that would hold true for LeBron. If y'all saying that he doesn't have no help and he has to do everything, then Kevin Love had to do the same thing in Minnesota. So is that why his numbers were 26 and 14 in Minnesota?
Those are empty numbers, by the way. I feel like you only win 14 games a year, you get 25. That's not really something you can brag on. Sorry.
No, it is something you can brag on. You still have to score the ball. You're still in the NBA.
I don't care. No one's taking you serious night after night, so you should get 25. No, everyone's taking the night off on you. Everyone's taking the night off on you. Yes, they are.
That's not true.
Yes, they are.
That's not true. We can't do that because
that's another thing you can't do. There's another reason this whole conversation is null and void because you cannot compare eras. You can't do it. The eras are different. That's what I was saying about the whole Jordan and LeBron. The eras are different. The players are different. The way the NBA was put together is different.
Absolutely.
It's too different to compare those two players. They don't even play the same position. That's why we shouldn't even compare them.
And I can rebuttal that with, okay, cool. This is more of an offensive era. Would you agree?
Yes, because of the athleticism.
Okay. So Mike played in the defensive era and still put up the numbers he was putting up.
No, you can't call that a defensive era. You want to say defensive era because
the 90s wasn't a defensive era.
That wasn't even to me. Those fouls from the 90s are bullshit. Bullshit. Those are fouls. I don't care what nobody says. You're not supposed to play basketball like that. All those non-calls, all those technicals that wasn't called, that's bullshit basketball.
Cool.
To me.
Cool.
So I don't consider that a defensive error just because it was a whole bunch of niggas that had no offensive game out here fouling the shit out of niggas that could really play and was getting away with it.
Not rolling with that. Feel about the era, whatever you may feel about the 90s, what I'm saying is it was a tougher more defensive league.
No, it was a tougher, not more defensive. Them niggas could not slide their feet. Niggas wasn't athletic enough to keep up with none of the real athletes. So what they do, they fouled the shit out and they ran into them, and the refs let them. That's it.
Okay, so here's a question. So people love to shit. I'm seeing that become more of a normal thing. That people love to say the '90s was terrible.
I didn't say it was terrible. I'm not one of those people. I was talking about the defense only. That's it.
Okay, so question: If you take the first Dream Team, take the first Dream Team,
92,
and you take any of these other Dream Teams, quote unquote Dream Teams that have come after that. Do you think any of those Dream Teams beat the original Dream Team?
Oh yeah.
What?
I think that the reason that I say that is because the game has changed. The athleticism has changed. Who's Larry Bird guarding? Who
is Larry Bird guarding? Who's going to guard Larry Bird?
Exactly.
Who's going to guard Magic? Who's going to guard Mike? Who's going to guard Charles Barkley?
Magic can't guard nobody either. Be clear. So,
who's going to guard him, though?
But all these points are made in that this era of basketball plays better defense and would guard them better because you actually can't foul nobody. No. You actually have to play defense or get cooked.
This is not even a defensive era.
It's not because
this is all offense.
No. And the reason is because the refs will call a fucking foul. When there's a foul, you will get a technical and you will get kicked the fuck out of the game if you just want to swing on a nigga. Back then, you could do that shit and still get 30. You can't do that no more. You can't.
Meek, I love you, but if you think that any of these Dream Teams that have come after the original Dream Team would beat the original Dream Team,
I just think there's way too much athleticism right now. If Westbrook, even though I don't fuck with his game at all, but none of the niggas on that team is going to stop this nigga. Not a single person. No one's stopping Harden. No one's stopping LeBron. No one's stopping Durant. No one's stopping Steph. Now, can them other niggas get stopped by some of them? I'm going to go yes. This is my vote. I'm going to go yes. These niggas today could stop them niggas from the 90s. Is no shade. That is my era. I fuck with all of them niggas. It's just athleticism. Look at the shoes. Niggas is jumping. Like, it's just a different game. It's just a completely different game. That's what it is. It's a different game. It's a different era. One last question I got to ask you with this Jordan LeBron thing. We got to move on. We got to get to the playoffs.
Okay.
But listen, one more Jordan LeBron question. And and based on how you answer this, it's going to tell me a lot about you. Okay. Especially your basketball IQ. If Jordan and LeBron played one-on-one, straight up, who would win?
If Jordan and LeBron played straight up one-on-one, who would win?
Yeah.
Mike, Jordan.
Why?
Because if you look at
this is sick. I never thought you would say that. That's hilarious.
Well, listen. Let me explain why. Jordan is a better shooter. Jordan is quicker. He has a quicker first step than LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan has more moves. He has better footwork than LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan probably has a higher IQ in scoring than LeBron.
No.
Oh, this is my opinion.
Okay.
Where LeBron wins is size.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's going to be a factor one-on-one because you still have to have moves. I don't think LeBron handles the ball well enough in a one-on-one situation.
So you think that LeBron is going to just try to mix his nigga from the top? You trying to tell me that LeBron wouldn't take this nigga right downtown and lay him the fuck up 10 times in a row?
See, I
think is 10.
You gotta remember something on me.
What?
Mike was always one of the best defensive players.
Mike at his heaviest, he was 215 pounds.
All right, but
at his heaviest. LeBron. Let's keep it real.
So we can go to the most physical sport. We can go to football.
Nope.
You're
not doing that.
Hold on. We can go to your husband. Your husband is quote unquote. They like to say he's undersized. That was probably the knock on him his whole career. Can he take the size and the strength of the NFL? He's proven that he can do that every year.
You can't compare those two things. The ball is in someone's hand. The quarterback is throwing the ball in football. Okay. That's why Brent Grimes has an advantage, because the ball has to be thrown by a third person. There is no one throwing this ball into anyone. This is one-on-one, a head-up fade.
I'm gonna tell you why. Some things you can't compare when it comes to size. LeBron. Okay, you think he's going to back Mike down the entire game and he's just going to have his way with Mike?
I would do that. If that would be like me playing against. No, this is one-on-one. This is like if my son said to me, "Mom, I want to play you one-on-one," and I just say, "Okay," and I just take him right down and score 10 times in a row. What could he do to stop me? What?
LeBron can't do that. LeBron can't do that against smaller players in this era right now.
You've never seen that before. You know why? Because someone helps. There's no help in one-on-one, Ma. There's no help. There's no help. There's no one that you can switch with. You're going to have to climb over his back. He is 6'8", 270 pounds. Jordan is 6'4", 215 pounds. Yes, I said 6'4". Jordan is not over 6'5". At all. Never been. That's a lie. Listen, that's a lie.
If that's a lie. What you want to hold on to it. I mean, you can
it's just science tells you. This is why I say you're a LeBron hater right here, because you won't even allow science to tell you the truth in the aspect of if LeBron wanted to just take the ball and back him down like Magic used to do, nigga. Just back him down to the basket, turn around and shoot a layup over him. You're telling me that Jordan could stop that?
Me.
Are you telling me that?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. No player has ever just backed Mike down and had their way.
It's a team game. You've never seen him play one-on-one against nobody like that. I'm talking about a one-on-one fade.
There are one-on-one isolation plays in basketball.
Never.
What do you mean never?
There's no such thing. There is no such thing as a one-on-one play in basketball. There's 5 niggas out here. Somebody could come help at any moment.
Here's the thing.
Somebody could run by you, try to block your shot. There's no help in one-on-one basketball. No one else is going to block LeBron's shot or help Jordan or switch.
Here's the thing. So you think that LeBron just going to back Mike down the whole game and that's it?
To win, yes. That would be the smart thing to do.
That's not going to happen. That would not happen.
Why wouldn't he?
That would not happen.
Why wouldn't he?
LeBron's not going to score every single time.
So let me ask you this. If
LeBron he wouldn't score Mike every single time. He knows that.
Are you telling me that if LeBron decided to back Jordan down every single time, he never took a jump shot, not one time in this one-on-one matchup,
he would not score every single time?
I didn't say he would score every single time. I'm telling you that you're telling me that LeBron would lose one-on-one with Jordan if he just said, you know what, I'm just going to back this nigga down into the post and lay him up. You're saying that Jordan would still beat him?
Yes.
Let's move on.
LeBron doesn't have a.
Let's move on.
LeBron's post game is not that.
You don't need no post game when you got Jordan behind you. What post game are you speaking of?
You're being so disrespectful to Michael Jordan right now.
I'm not.
Ridiculous how disrespectful you're being. This man was literally one of the best defenders ever in basketball.
Are you taller than me, Ma? Are you taller than me?
Yeah, I am.
You think so? I think about the same height. Well, how tall are you?
I don't know, Meek.
Oh
5'9", 5'10".
You 5'8", dog. You 5'8".
Okay, so I'm 5'8". Now what?
I'm saying to you.
You telling me you gonna back me down?
Listen to what I'm about to say to you. We're the same height, okay? You and I are the same height. I believe I have way more game than you. Way more game than you.
You can believe that.
I also believe if you backed me down because you're bigger than me, you could score on me anytime you wanted to. That's what I think.
But you can't compare you and I. I'm talking about Jordan. I'm talking about the greatest
size matters
versus LeBron James.
Size matters.
Not gonna happen, Meek. That's not gonna happen.
Why wouldn't it?
You have completely.
That's almost like me saying. That's like almost like me saying a high school kid that's smaller than me, shorter than me, everything, telling me he could beat me. And I don't do that to him. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I just take him down and lay him up every time?
I understand. No, I understand what you're saying. You think that but I just don't understand how you think it's that easy.
I watch it.
Do that to Michael Jordan.
Because I watch it with bigger niggas with help. Niggas have help. Niggas have help, and they still can't stop him from going straight to the hole and laying the ball up.
Okay, so this is what we do. If you ever are around LeBron. I want you to tell him that.
I've been around LeBron before.
Okay, so but tell him
you
that.
mean,
tell him that. Tell him that though. But tell him that.
No, we don't have
tell
those kind of discussions. I don't want to get kicked out.
No, but I want you to. No, I want you to have him. I want you to say, yo, I think that you would back Mike down every single time it's going, and I want you to see what his reaction would be.
I can't tell you I'm gonna do that. Sorry.
You know why you wouldn't do that? You want to know why?
Why?
Because LeBron would look at you like, "Who the fuck is this crazy ass woman?"
No, he would say that right because now. That's not a conversation that I feel I'm privy to having with him. We don't have that kind of friendship. I wouldn't do that.
I mean, you could talk with any athlete.
Yeah, we haven't.
You know an athlete personally.
We haven't,
like, I think and Mike 1-on-1.
We haven't, and I wouldn't do that. This is not who I am. I would have to have like a real nigga friendship with you. Like I have multiple real nigga friendships with people that are athletes, and I would have a conversation like that. But he's not one of them.
I want you to have a lot of athletes. I want you to ask one of the athletes that are cool with LeBron to tell him that to his face, and ask them what his reaction would be.
I will do that.
I guarantee you he would laugh.
I might do that. It won't be me, but I might.
I guarantee you he would laugh at that.
That
wouldn't happen. But I'm going with Mike 1-on-1 for the record.
Of course you are. I already knew you were. I just wanted to laugh at you for doing it. So there.
Yeah, I mean because Mike is a better. He's a more skilled player than LeBron.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Okay.
Get out of here. 1-on-1, that size matters, my nigga. You act like we talking about a nigga that just don't got no game. I know this is a nigga that got game and is bigger than you, big as shit. It's no way. It's no way. It's no fucking way. It's no fucking way, my nigga. No way. Moving on. Cavs Warriors. Cavs are down 2 games as expected for the most part. Game 1, I'm
calling it sweep. I think that
Aiden, get the hell out of here.
This is such a great podcast.
I know Aiden, get the hell on. I can see you. Anyways, game 1 was supposed to be a steal. I called it in my podcast before the game. I said, it's going to be a steal. We're going to steal this game. And then as the game was going on, I said, and I really hate that I said it, I said, J.R. Smith is going to fuck this up for us at some point. And he did. Mm-hmm. What? Now, people are trying to say, you can't blame J.R. for the loss because Clarkson missed the second free throw. My thing is this. Players fuck up. People miss free throws all the time. When are you ever supposed to not know the score in your situation? When?
Right. No, and again, I don't, that may, we can point to it and say that cost him the game, right? But
the reason I say it cost him the game is because that energy left the regular the regular game and carried into overtime. Now you start the nigga in the overtime. Everybody hates his fucking guts at this point for not knowing what the fuck is going on. Then you start him in the overtime. You could tell the whole energy was gone. Like it was so embarrassing.
I think that a lot of it comes down to coaching. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure why Ty Lue hasn't made any changes yet.
Right.
I think that, and that's another reason why, I laugh every time people say LeBron doesn't have any help. And, because if you look at the Cavs bench, they have players on their bench where, and on other teams, they were playing really well and they were producing. Mm-hmm. So at some point, I get it. You want to be loyal to the guys that have been there, and you don't want to. Because if you take a guy out and you don't start him, you can lose him mentally. And because a lot of players just can't. They can't accept that. But at some point, you have to make changes.
Who are these people that you speak of that said that you said they had game before they came to Cleveland and suddenly they don't? Who are these people?
Not that they don't have game, but they're just not being used and not put in situations to produce the way they were before. Because LeBron is very ball dominant, right? The ball is in LeBron's hands. Well, you look at Rodney Hood when he was in Utah. He was a rising star in Utah. He was putting up solid numbers. He was definitely playing better than J.R. Smith was playing. That's 100%
okay. Rodney Hood admits to struggling playing next to LeBron James in an interview with Mark Spears at ESPN Undefeated. Hood talked about struggling with the expectations, saying that when the Cavs lose a game, it feels like the world is coming down. That sounds like a pussy.
Well, I mean, call it what you will. I'm just saying, I think Tyronn Lue needs to give certain players on that team more playing time.
I'm asking you who, though. I understand that. I agree with you in the aspect that people should play more, but who on this roster is playing worse or who?
Well, I tweeted when they was in the Boston series, I tweeted when they was, losing those games and it was looking like, they were going to lose that series. I tweeted, they need to start playing Larry Nance more. They need to start playing Rodney Hood more.
Niggas is bitches is what we finding out in the playoffs. Everybody's not ready for this type of basketball. It is very difficult to play.
But you know what it is too, Meek? If you're not playing, if I'm on the bench for the entire playoffs, right? Like I'm not getting no playing time. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden you throw me in the finals. It's like, granted, I'm a professional athlete. My job is to stay ready. But you can't blame an athlete when it's like his legs aren't there. His
I don't give a fuck. You got one job. You got one job when you playing with a star like LeBron. You got one job on this team. Every nigga on this team got one fucking job. Do you know what that job is?
Just play hard every night. That's
hit open shot. You're gonna be wide open because niggas is doubling and triple teaming him. Hit the open shot or make a play. Niggas is not doing either one of those, so I don't feel like LeBron got nobody. I'm Calderon.
No, LeBron.
Nothing. Clarkson every now and then. Jeff Green. He been doing some shit. Hill every now and then. Hood. Good night.
But he's not. How are you gonna say good night to Hood? He's not playing.
He's mentally gone. He is mentally gone.
He's not getting any playing time.
He was getting playing time. You don't remember that? I remember that. And then he fucking checked out. He checked out.
When was this?
2 weeks after he came to the team. 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm talking about in the playoffs.
Yeah, fuck you if you're checked out. That's why I'm saying J.R. Smith need to be benched. I don't care if you're not mentally there, you're useless. You're fucking useless in a championship run.
I'm going to say this. I think if Rodney Hood had J.R. Smith's playing time and his opportunity.
He had it. You don't remember that?
This Cavs team right now would look a lot
I wish I could rewind it for you so you could see that he used to have it. And J.R. was very, very nervous about his job until he realized Rodney Hood was a bitch. And he was like, not going to lose that.
Nah, I can't. I mean, I like Rodney Hood. I liked him in Utah.
I loved him in Utah, and now I wish I could throw his ass right back there. I wish I could throw him the fuck. He needs what? He
just needs that same opportunity.
He asked to not come in.
That was the fourth quarter, the end of the game.
Who gives a fuck?
Come on, at that point, it's like, why put me in the game? This game is over.
No.
Don't do that to me. Don't throw me in here when the game is over.
No, you are on the team. You are supposed to give whatever is asked of you. That's it.
Yeah, but they not asking of much. So
that's why it should have been easy to go in there then. Go in there and show us that you ain't even lost your fucking mind because it looked like you did. And you wouldn't even check in? Bye.
Well, Ty Lue also checked out because he had to miss a couple games due to anxiety.
Watch out. That's disrespectful, and you know it.
It's the truth, though. That's what he said.
Disrespectful.
Those are his words.
An illness is different. That's an illness, Maul. Watch out.
I'm just saying.
Watch out, Maul.
He said the pressures of winning and all these and coaching is stressful, which it is. Coaching is a very stressful job.
if Rodney Hood came forward and said he had anxiety, I would respect it. This nigga taking medication for something that he already had that is making it worse. There's you can't give this same pass.
These stressful situations.
So everybody's under stress. Same thing happened to fucking Steve Kerr.
Right.
Everybody has, but that's not the same as being a player and being a pussy.
Nah, that's not. I don't think Rodney Hood is a pussy though.
I do. A big one. A huge one.
Like he said, playing next to LeBron is a lot. It feels like when you lose, the world it's a lot of pressure.
Yes,
and some people can't.
Pussy niggas need not apply for this job.
Especially when you don't know when you're gonna get in, and then all of a sudden you throw.
He knew that before, Maul. You can't just check in the playoffs. This shit started from the beginning when he first came to the team.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is right now,
Ma, you gonna make me. I don't even have time to do the research that you were gonna require, but
no. But I'm just saying he hasn't had enough playing time for me to be like, oh,
not
he can't
true,
produce,
not true. I watched all 82. Not true.
Nah,
not
I can't get
true.
That kid was a rising. That kid was a
yes, he was, and we were very excited about him coming. And then when we saw him come and realized he could only do it when the stage is small in Utah, when the lights ain't as bright, you're pussy, nigga.
Nah, but we haven't seen him enough though.
Nope,
I haven't seen him enough on the
I've
big
seen
stage.
enough. I have. I've seen just enough to know that
I'm still
pussy.
rolling with I'm still rolling with he's a better player.
Who else on this team then? You haven't named nobody else. There's nothing else.
I think that they should be playing Calderon more than Clarkson.
For what?
Honestly.
For what?
Calderon is a vet. He's not going to do nothing outside of his game.
Bullshit.
He's produced in the regular season for them. You got to remember when what's the name went.
Shit.
Hold on. When what's the name went down early in the season, Calderon played really well.
Calderon is the type of nigga that you sub in if somebody gets injured, spot minutes here and there. He is not a staple on your bench. He is not a staple.
Listen, he's very capable. He's gonna produce better than what Clarkson is producing.
I disagree.
He can't produce
Who he guarding better than Clarkson?
Who is Clarkson guarding?
He's more athletic than Calderon.
Fuck that athletic shit.
You
Who
crazy.
is Clarkson guarding?
Clarkson has been guarding Steph for the majority of the time. He's also guarded Clay. Of course, because you're not going to stop these people. But if Calderon was checking any of them, it's barbecue chicken from the beginning. At least Clarkson knows when to switch and is athletic enough to switch and assist the team. Calderon don't have that. That's not who that is. You making up excuses. You're making up excuses for being a LeBron hater. That's what you're doing.
It's not that I'm a LeBron hater. You have to use other pieces, though. You have other pieces, so you have to utilize these pieces. Is all I'm saying.
Nah, I don't agree.
Larry Nance needs to be playing more. What's the other kid's name on the bench? I don't know the kid's name, but I mean anybody. You want me to name him? J.R. Smith. Anybody other than Clarkson and J.R. Smith needs to be playing.
Jeff Green, George Hill, Rodney Hood, LeBron James, Kyle Korver, Kevin Love, Larry Nance, Osman, Perkins, J.R. Smith, Tristan,
the kid,
White.
The Osman kid, he was playing
now
better
I do believe he should have played a little bit.
Yeah, he was playing better than. Come on, man. See, this is what I'm saying. I think players on the bench that have produced this season that all of a sudden now you just. What
are you trying to say? Well, who produced this season? You ain't told me nobody yet that has produced this season.
The kid Osman was playing well for them this season.
How?
He was playing really well.
How?
He had good games.
He's getting 11 minutes a game, dog. What are you talking about?
And in those 11 minutes, he was productive.
Watch out. Productive how? How?
So you telling me that kid wasn't playing well at all this season for Cleveland?
It's 11 minutes. You haven't seen anything that shows you that.
I don't care what it is. He's productive.
You're just running your mouth.
That's my point. If
you're running your mouth.
In 11 minutes.
He wasn't.
In 11 minutes.
It was regular.
He was being productive.
It was regular. It was nothing to.
Nah, man. That kid was playing well. He was playing well for Cleveland.
Ma, your colors are your true colors are showing.
No, man. No, this has nothing to do with LeBron.
I wish I could call a Cavs like one of my homeboys that knows he is a fucking he knows everything about them.
And if he said that kid Osman wasn't playing well for them this season, he would be lying.
I'm talking about you saying that it's multiple niggas on this team that should be playing over who? You haven't told me nobody. So Osman should take whose numbers? So whose number should Osman? Whose spot should Osman be taking? Who?
I'm not saying take anybody's spot. I'm saying he should be playing.
Okay, over whose minutes?
He's not playing at all.
Whose minutes
I don't know.
Should he take?
That's for the coach to figure out.
So you talking, but you don't got nothing to back it up with. Nothing.
I'm saying you have players.
Should he take Kevin Love's minutes? Should he take some of Kevin Love's minutes? Should he?
Players on this team that have been producing this season that all of a sudden you get to the playoffs and you don't play them.
I'm asking you whose minutes should he take? I'm asking you that.
That's not my decision.
Exactly.
You got it. That's the coach's job to decide the rotations. I'm just saying that's the coach's job to decide rotations. I'm not here to do that.
You got a sweep. You got a sweep. You got a sweep picked for this playoff run, right?
Oh yeah. I think.
How much money would you be willing to bet on it?
On a sweep? Yeah. I can't. I wouldn't bet on the sweep only because I know how the NBA works with ratings and wanting games to go. further. But the only reason why I would be willing to bet is because last year in the same final scenario, they had Kyrie Irving and they only won one game.
Okay.
They don't have a Kyrie Irving this year.
So why won't you bet?
Only because, like I said, I know how the NBA goes when it comes to games series going longer and ratings, and the NBA is about money, so they want the series to go as long as they can. But I don't think that they're going to be able to do enough to stop Golden State from scoring the ball. You can miss some foul calls here and there. You can not call some travels here and there. But when you talk about stopping them from completely putting the ball in the hoop, that's going to be hard to do.
Always. They're a great team.
You know
they score the ball well. They play defense well. They're coached well. The only thing that I feel is an advantage to me and a Cavs fan is hoping that Kevin Durant continues to be jealous of Steph Curry and tries to play ISO ball as much as he can, have a shitty night shooting, a pout, and cause a fight and gets ejected.
So that's what you're banking on. That's what you're banking on. Okay.
Man, we got the best player in basketball, so he always has a chance. It's just that we have people like J.R. Smith on the team. We have Kevin Love, who always has concussion. If you just knock on wood on his head a couple times, he's going to pass out. Cavs in 7. Fuck you, Maul.
Cavs in 7? Now, how much would you be willing to bet on that?
I can afford. Let me say something. I could afford to lose that bet.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can.
It depends on how much you put on it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I could afford to lose that bet.
It matters. Trust me, it matters. It always matters.
How much you want to bet then? What would you be willing to bet?
Cavs in 7?
Cavs in 7. Yeah. Let's see.
You don't believe that.
How much would you ask me to bet you for Cavs in 7? I'm asking you a question.
Miko,
I'm not saying I'm gonna take the bet. I'm just asking you how much would you bet with me?
That is the hottest take in sports.
Yes, Cavs in 7. What you got on it? What you got on it?
Meek, you are crazier than I thought. Miko, you do not believe that, man. You do not fucking believe that.
I believe that LeBron James is gonna get this to 7 games. I do. I told you the reason that I say that. Go ahead.
Why do you believe he's going to get this series right here to 7 games, but didn't get it to 7 games last year?
I think that last year was different. He had just won the championship, so it was almost like a. How do I put this without being disrespectful? It was okay. Let's say that. It was okay. This year, I still don't believe that, I believe that LeBron can do whatever he puts his mind to. What I don't believe is a supporting cast this year. I don't believe in not a fucking single one of them. Not a one. That's why I'm kidding. But I would say LeBron's going to do whatever he can to get the team to 7. And if he
did that in game 1.
If he does, yeah. That's what I'm afraid of, the supporting cast. I feel like if it was just niggas that actually knew the score, niggas that didn't have CTE, and niggas that wasn't bitches playing with him, we would get this to 7 and see what happens in game 7. That's what I think.
I mean,
but the supporting cast is not there. It's not there. It's not happening.
Listen,
he would literally have to do it on his own.
I love LeBron. He's one of the greatest ever, but this series ain't going to 7.
Fuck you, Maul.
I'm just being honest with you. This series,
that's
5
fine.
maybe. Maybe they still won in Cleveland.
Okay.
But no.
We gonna
7?
see.
Absolutely not.
We gonna see. We gonna see. I forgot to warn you, but I would like for you to give me a song to outro this podcast. First of all, tell everyone about your podcast, the days it comes out, your social media, how they can get in touch with you, and if there are any other endeavors that you're involved in.
Well, listen to the Joe Budden Podcast with Rory and Maul.
He doesn't chew. I promise you guys, he doesn't chew on that podcast like he's doing on mine.
Well, you come on, this is you fans, so we gonna
fuck out of here, nigga. I can hear all of that shit.
We air Wednesday on iTunes and SoundCloud. We on Google Play now. You can check out the YouTube video every Thursday. Joe Budden Podcast with Rory and myself.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you say, me?
Your social media.
Oh, social media. Instagram, Maul, that's MAL_ by the way. And on Twitter, it's MAL 3 underscores. And Yeah, if you check it, we're going on the road. We're hitting the road with the podcast. We got a couple live shows coming up. The dates are sold out, so it doesn't even
matter.
Shouldn't even tell. It doesn't matter.
Fuck you guys. Fuck y'all and all your fame.
I mean, we just a small podcast.
It's all good. I'm not hating. Man. I'm proud of you guys. What I'm saying?
You family, mate. We support you. I got to get a couple. I got to come down here and actually get on video with you. I'm gonna
be in LA this whole summer.
Because I think our dynamic on camera is a little different.
Yes, it is.
I could really get into
and I'm
my
gonna back you down too, because I got a hoop at my house.
I can really get into my shit with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I got a few things in the works, man. Just trying to accept anything that's coming my way that I think is dope, and just trying to change the way we create content out here, man. I think This is the era for creatives. I think this is the era for entrepreneurs. There's nothing that we can't do. There's no access that we don't have. So I'm just trying to, just get together with like-minded people, man, and just do dope shit, man. I just want to do dope shit. I want to do things that haven't been done. I want to create new opportunities for people. And I just want to shed a different light on, the creatives, man, and how we create things and how we bring visions to life. Because I think that there's so many. The one thing I do love about social media is that it gives you access to so many people around the world that are so dope at what they do, and that some people might not know about, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's fashion, whether it's film, podcast, radio. It's just so many. It's so many creatives, man, that I think have the opportunity now and the platform to showcase their talent. So I'm just looking forward to just linking up with dope people, man, and just doing dope shit.
Cool. So I end the podcast now with some music, different song each time. I know that you are a music lover, and so I wanted you to give me an artist and a song. I'll look it up, and yeah.
Let me see.
Anyone?
Let me see. I'm trying to think. You put me on the spot.
I did put you on the spot. Why don't you give me a Pusha-T song? Because I don't know anything about him. Why is my phone acting stupid right now, though? Like, educate me on Pusha-T. How about that?
Okay, so you should play. This will kind of take you back to, when this whole beef thing really became like a known issue.
Okay.
So play Pusha T Exodus 23:1.
Exodus 23:1, and I can just Google that, right? I could just look it right on up.
Just Google Pusha T Exodus 23. It'll pop right up. I think it's a dope record. And since you don't really know too much about Push,
nothing.
I'll give you that right there to check out.
Okay, Exodus.
I think you're listening.
Wait, 23.1. Is that what it says?
23.1.
Okay, I'm going to play that song on my outro. What does it say? Tell all? No, that's not it. See, there's other. Okay, wait. See, this is what I hate about Apple Music, because it's like you can like type something in. You can type something in, and it's like hella corny niggas that like remade the song, or like.
Yeah, no, we ain't doing that.
You know what I mean? Like that did something else with the song. Now they could like trick you into thinking that's the song that you was looking for. So whack. But my shit is acting up. Exodus 3:2:1. That was not the song. That was not it. That was somebody else.
Exodus. It'll pop up.
It's not.
Yeah, that was probably a little light skinned Jermaine or somebody.
It's not coming up. I'm gonna find it. Yeah, I'm on Apple. Maybe because my phone is flipping the fuck out right now. I need a new phone so bad. Like I can't
maybe he might be. No, his music is on Apple.
Well, it's not coming up.
His music is on Apple. Oh, well, I mean.
I'm going to find it, though. I'm going to find it, though. I'm going to do an outro. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming on the podcast. This will be out today. I'm going to have the audio out today, and then I'll get the visual out sometime this week. But I appreciate you for coming on, and I hate you at the same time. Go fuck yourself.
Appreciate you. Love you. It's all love with us, baby.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, Miko.
All right. Peace. Yay. Shout out to Maul for joining me. I was trying to keep it low. My phone is like acting a damn fool right now. I can't even like pull up Apple iTunes. I need a new phone, Brent. My phone is tripping. Look, I can't even. It's so annoying. But thank you guys for joining me this week. Like I said, this audio should be out today, which is Monday. I'm going to get this out as soon as possible. And then the visual will be out hopefully within the next 48 hours. I appreciate you guys. Please pass along my link. Share with everyone. Let them know that you're fucking with me. Give me your feedback in the comments whenever I post the podcast. It's always appreciated and always needed. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.